In Canada, you very rarely hear the name Wilfrid Laurier invoked, or even Canada's longest-serving Prime Minister, William Lyon Mackenzie King. You don't hear that invoked as part of a Prime Minister's rhetoric or in an article in the newspaper or something.
We talk a lot about Prime Ministers, and yet, in your book, you're making the argument that we seem to forget about them. How do you square that?
Well, I think we talk about the Prime Ministers in the sense of the one who's in office and maybe the one who immediately preceded, but we don't really talk a lot about Prime Ministers from a historical perspective. You don't often see a lot of references to previous Prime Ministers, and I know it was interesting when Mark Carney gave that speech in Quebec City earlier this year, and I was listening to it, and he rhymed off about 6 or 7 names of former Prime Ministers. I was quite stunned and pleased to hear him do that, but it doesn't happen very often. We don't have this tradition of reaching back like the Americans to Lincoln or Washington or Reagan, whoever the case may be. In Canada, you very rarely hear the name Wilfrid Laurier invoked, or even Canada's longest-serving Prime Minister, William Lyon Mackenzie King. You don't hear that invoked as part of a Prime Minister's rhetoric or in an article in the newspaper or something. So we talk about Prime Ministers, the ones in office, the current ones, the ones we remember, but we don't dig into our history to recall their examples or their words.
By their heroic achievements upon the battlefields of France and Flanders, made for our dominion a place amongst the nations of the world. They are now engaged in a struggle for the agricultural and industrial development of their country.
We Canadians of French descent are not a little proud of our precedence as pioneers in opening up the lands and rivers of the half-continent which has become Canada.
As the representative of the USSR, why do you oppose effective inspection? If you have nothing to hide, why hide it? And I think in general that represents the thinking of free men everywhere.